With the Sevco, it's all about the Celtic FC. The new succulent lamb, to the slaughter, Mick Beale admits that he faces a difficult task to chase Celtic in the Scottish Football League. Yet the dump John the Hun Lundstram insists title comeback not impossible. He must have met up with Coke King Chris Boyd and is AFF his tits man. John Lundstram insists Rangers making a comeback in the title race in the second half of the season is not impossible. It's 9 points behind Celtic in the table. It is a major part of what cost Giovanni van Bronckhorst his job as manager when the Dutchman was sacked last week, with former coach Michael Beale making his return to Ibrox to try and get the Sevco back up and running on full cylinders. Beale was realistic as he paid compliment to Angie and his team for the form shown thus far. It will be difficult. Angie has got a team with momentum and fair play to him for the job that he's done to this point. My job is to chase him down and the players' job is to chase them down. That's a mentality shift in terms of how we look at things, because when I left here we were the ones in front. So now the mentality's shifted and we have to chase them down. It starts with winning all the other games. It doesn't start with games against them. We have to get closer. The most important thing right now is we have to reconnect with our fans in terms of the way we play. I think that's really important. Celtic won the first Glasgow derby game of the season, winning 4-0 in an impressive victory over their city rivals. Although, the teams will meet again on January 2nd at Ibrox. Angie's team returned to action at Pittodrie on the 17th of December with the task of facing Aberdeen while Rangers host Hibernian. Look, it's like this zombies. Since arriving at Parkhead in the summer of 2021, the 57-year-old has transformed Celtic into an even more progressive and aesthetically pleasing side, along their way to reclaiming the Premiership title last season. Averaging just under 70% possession this season, Postecoglou's brand of Pep Guardiola-esque football has arguably transcended anything ever seen in the Scottish top flight, with the Australians' winning mentality a key factor in the Celtic FC recent domination in their homeland. Even Frank Where's the Birds McAvenny has been impressed with Postecoglou's relentless efforts in seeking improvement within the Celtic squad through his approach to getting transfer business completed early. Speaking to Football Insider, the 62-year-old said, "What he is saying now is that he is going to use this time now that they are back from Sydney to identify players for the summer. That is a massive difference from what Celtic used to be like. They would not buy a player until they had made sure they got into the Champions League. It is an incredible turnaround, so well played to Angie, that is brilliant." Having already signed Japanese defender Yuki Kobayashi from Vissel Kobe last week ahead of his January arrival, the Hoops have also agreed a fee with Montreal defender Alistair Johnston, who looks set to join up with the squad in that month too if all goes to plan. Celtic are constantly seeking improvement under the guidance of Postecoglou, so McAvenny is right to give the Australian his plaudits for the work done so far, especially in terms of getting some mid-season transfer business boxed off in very good time. One last bit of Celtic FC news. Celtic striker Kyogo Furuhashi has been featured on the cover of the official Champions League magazine Champions Journal. The Japanese striker made his debut in Europe's top competition this season, but was unfortunate not to grab a goal as Celtic exited, despite some impressive displays. The attacker, 27, shared the story on his Instagram account as he and his teammates returned to Glasgow ahead of the return to Lennoxtown.